In this episode, you'll learn about recording interviews in a variety of situations and a few tips on how to get the best results. It is such an important part of so many projects. Let's look at a couple of situations where you may need to record and the tools that could help. We'll look at ENG, which is electronic news gathering, tabletop, and recording with lavs. First things first, and we talked about it before, you need to be prepared. Check that you have spare batteries and that all your equipment is charged. Use new batteries every time and make sure you have a means of backing everything up. Being a videographer, you'll have found yourself in a variety of situations where you need to record an interview. A location might suit the client, but can be a little unrealistic when it comes to recording audio. You may need to suggest that they have an alternative place to shoot that would be a little more suitable. Listen to the location on large diaphragm headphones. This will help you hear any problems before you start recording. Clients will often say there are loads of locations on site to record, but often very few of those locations are ideal for recording audio. You may only get one shot with an interviewee, so get as much information beforehand about the suitability of that location, or ideally, recce the locations beforehand. Record to an external recorder such as a Zoom H6. That'll cover a lot of recording situations. The mic inputs on a DSLR are not great and can cause an awful lot of noise and distortion on the recordings. Bring a shotgun mic and a mic stand. Bring the shotgun as close to the interviewee as the framing of the shot will allow. This will act as a backup mic to the lav. Now, please note, the camera mic will not be usable in a mix. It will be fine to use to sync up shots as a guide track, but it's not suitable for a professional mix. Handheld mics are a super tool for recording a presenter in ENG. There are a couple of recording options that you might consider. This is the Tascam DR10X. This little recorder plugs straight into your mic, which allows you loads of portability. But one lovely little feature of this recorder is that there's a backup recording happening at the same time as your main recording, but at a lower level. So any surprise jumps in the volume will not be distorted on the lower level recording, within reason. Another great tool is the wireless mic system, and these neat little tools plug straight into the XLR mic and the receiver directly into your recorder. Sennheiser make the XS system, Rode make the Rode Link News Shooter, and there are another couple of options out there. You can explore all of those options on the Adorama website. Tabletop interviews can be nice to record. Generally a controlled situation with everything locked off. There are a couple of things you could look at. Firstly, the surface of the table. There can be a lot of sound reflection from a hard surface, and a blanket covering that surface can be of some help. Recording one person is easy, but if there's more than one person, then it's a little trickier. Generally, I'd use the Zoom H6 with the interchangeable heads and multiple inputs to cover a lot of situations. It's such a diverse recorder. Try to mic each person individually, being recorded onto their own individual track. If the number of mics you have is an issue, then you could use the XY heads to pick up two people, and then the others directly. Try to isolate the mics as much as possible, as bangs on the table can ruin good takes. So for roundtable discussions, you could try the Zoom H2N. It records 4 tracks at once, and you could pick up everyone around the table. It could also be very useful as a backup recorder should any of your mics fail. Now the lav mic, unless used properly, can cause a world of pain. You need to look at your positioning. Shoving it under your subject's ear or armpit is missing the sound from the mouth, and I've seen it happen again and again. Also, don't put it under heavy clothing, as it just muffles the sound. If you find your recordings are way too muffled, then try to rescue them somewhat by rolling off the lower frequencies. Shelve everything from below 100 Hz and then increase the shelving slowly, and you'll hear the muffling reducing and the voice emerging, but be careful as to how far you go. Close rustle have destroyed many good interviews. Stickies are the way forward and allow you to hide the mic effectively. Put an undercover over the mic to reduce the close rustle. Now, go and put a roll of fabric tape into your kit bag. So if you don't have any stickies when you need them, you can use the fabric tape instead without destroying the person's clothes with glue residue. So we've covered some situations that you may find yourself needing to record. Don't forget to generate some sort of sync point from either a clapperboard or even clapping your hands on camera. It'll save you hours in the edit post-syncing. I'm Keith Alexander and you've been watching Adorama TV. Don't forget to subscribe to Adorama TV for more great videos and tell us what you think. You can like, comment or share this video, and please come by the Adorama Learning Centre for more great information and advice.